So there's that board thing done, and I'll just let that dry, and then we'll come back and we'll look at it some more later, and we'll think about what we did there and take it from there. Somebody saw this board the other day and they said, "Boy, that's a beat up looking old thing, ain't it?" And I thought, yeah, it is. It's a pretty beat up looking old thing, but you can still stand on it, you know, and works for me. So there's that board, and I ran out of stuff. And Honey Babe went to town yesterday and picked me up some more stuff. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is Flex paste, and it looks like this after it's dry, and it's soft enough to touch. It's rubbery. It's supposed to be like a rubber. What I asked for was like a rubber paint. But this stuff has a more texture, not like paint so much as like putty. So what I did was I bought one can, and that's how far it went. But what I was trying to do is seal all around the edge of this board, and you can see there's like a crack there. And I think probably this was finished in this kind of finish, and then they just sort of painted this on. Probably not a real crack, it's just a crack in the paint, but I want to seal this up. I've been putting a lot of pretty ugly fiberglass on here to seal up a lot of this old finish that had cracked and broken and gotten water up under it. And even though it's ugly, it's a pretty good seal. So I'm going to go the rest of the way around this and all up through here and back up to here with this today. And based on how far it went last time, that's probably about all I'll be able to do before I run out of that. I wouldn't mind coating the whole thing with that, but the finish that's on there is a good finish. I'll call it it's a foot-friendly finish. In other words, it feels good on your feet, and I think it would feel good on your feet even if it had the hot sun blazing down on it. So anyway, and really, if I can just keep this original finish, that's really the best thing for my feet. Now, somebody come up the other day, a friend of mine, neighbor, came by, and he said, "Boy, that's a rough-looking old board there, and been through heck, ain't it?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it is a rough-looking old board, but it does what I want it to do. And what I want it to do is to let me stand on it and float around on the water on it, and such as that. And I don't want it to." I'm saying, see, here's the texture of what we got here, and it just goes on like this here. Just smear it on there like you're smearing on some putty, you know, some caulking or something like that. Just smear it on there, just like that. May not be too pretty, but I think it does, or it will do what I want it to do, which is to seal this up. So, yep. What I'm doing, and like I say, it might not be pretty, but you know, that's kind of how I roll. Some of y'all who know me, and some of you do, because you've been listening to me now for 15 years or so. Some of y'all that know me know that I'm much more interested in results than I am looks sometimes, and that is a bit of a falling back. Because I know, you know, if Waylon Wire was doing this, he'd have it made out of brass and polished and chrome plated and all that fancy stuff, but yeah, it's not for me. I don't like to polish anything. I don't even like to wash a car all that much. I'm not into shiny that much, although it's kind of neat. I mean, I put some shiny stuff on that Rambler a while back, and I thought that looked pretty good, but it didn't look that good. I mean, because I didn't do that good a job of it. But the bottom line is, it looked better than it did before I started, and that's kind of the way this is going to be. It's not going to look better, but it will hopefully preserve this, because I like this board. I like having it. I like being able to get out and walk on it. I think it would be a really cool form of exercise for somebody like me who don't like to exercise. But if you're walking on a board and balancing yourself on something like this, you're working a lot of muscles in your legs and everything to keep your balance and all. And I think, boy, that's just the kind of exercise I need, because it ain't like lifting dumbbells in a gym, you know, or working on a rowing machine or anything like that. It's you're out on the water and you're able to stand up, walk around, and get exercise at the same time that you're enjoying being out on the water. To me, heck far. That's about as good as it could get right there, don't you think? That's what I think. So yeah, this is me out here doing what I'm doing, making a mess, but having fun. And that is a big part of everything, is to have fun. I was listening to somebody this morning. He was talking about being depressed and times are hard. And, you know, sometimes for some people, being depressed and going through hard times is something that happens. I mean, you can, well, you take old Robert. Robert just lost a leg here the other day, and he's a dancer. He's a guy who went through immeasurable suffering and hardship because he helped the United States when the Twin Towers were attacked. He was in the military. They brought him up there, and he thought he was coming to defend the site. Nope. He got up there and handed him a bunch of bodies. Said, start picking up bodies, and he said, I don't see any bodies. And they said, yeah, there might be little pieces of bodies. And that's what he did. He picked up bodies. And I asked him how he dealt with that, and he said, music and dance. He says, I like to play music, and I like to dance, and he's done that. He's done that most all his life, and that's how he deals with hardship. Well, now he's lost a leg, which makes it, right now, it's not possible that he can dance. And it looks like he might be about to lose the other leg because he got cancer in it. So he's got cancer and done lost a leg, maybe losing another leg soon. We're going to know in a few days because he's down at the hospital today talking to the doctors, the ones that has the big saw blades. So he may lose a leg, another leg. But you know, that's somebody that has pretty good reason to be depressed. But he's actually, if he is depressed, he ain't showing it. He's talking about, I can't wait to dance again. I'm going to get back out on the floor and I'm going to dance. And he's already planning dances and writing dances that he can do from a wheelchair. And I tell you, the man is just about unstoppable. And that's admirable, you know. You see somebody that goes through hard times. Well, there's a good example right there. Y'all might be going through some hard times because you just fell off the table. Bless your little hearts. Bless your little hearts. Y'all might get depressed over that. Bless your hearts. I hope you'll be okay. If you need some emotional support, I'll take you over to see Robert. You can sit around and talk to him about how good times were, is, I don't know, whatever. You know, you're picking up what I'm putting down there, I think you are. You probably are. I'm guessing you are. I'm just saying that, yep, we go through hard times sometimes, but you know what? Everybody does. Jesus went through hard times. I mean, he had a bigger dose of hard time given to him while he was here than most people. People have never been through the kind of hardship that he went through. But you know what? He rose up from that. He didn't let it keep him down. He came back. Just like General Patton. No, it was Eisenhower. He said, I will return. I think it was Eisenhower said that. I think it was Eisenhower. World War II. Said, I will return, and he did. So, sometimes you just have to return from the hard times. You have to rise up from the dead, so to speak. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it keep you down. Some things is going to get you down no matter what, but don't let it keep you down. You can just, you make yourself, I got to be careful what I say. I don't want to say things that are hard or impossible, because some people, you know, I've had some really hard times, and some people's had some hard times, and they ain't able to make themselves get over it. I guess, I don't know. Ask Luke Palioka. He knows more about hard times than most of us does. Ask him how he gets over it. I'm pretty sure he does, because he's out there. He's out there skiing on the ski slopes with his sticks, teaching other people how to do that. He's a good example. He's someone we can emulate. Y'all know what that word means, emulate? I think it means to be like. Somebody we could be like. Be like Luke Palioka. So I'm just smearing this on here now, so there ain't no rhyme or reason to what I'm up to. I'm just smearing it on here. Oh, the joy. looking forward to putting this on the water and walking on it. And we were out on the water the day before yesterday. Well, I was out. I've been out the last 3 days. I went out 2 days in the boat, talked to Boston Whaler, and then the day before yesterday, me and Honey Baby went out on the kayaks, and we kayaked around. I didn't shoot a lot of video yesterday, but I have shot some video out on the lake in the last few days. I've enjoyed it. I enjoy the thing about shooting video out on the lake is I can come back later and watch it. I can watch it on a rainy day, feel good about what I did or what I was able to do back then. Maybe that's what people ought to do if they feel depressed, is pull out videos of back when things was good. Just be grateful for what they had at one time. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't have a degree in smarts altogether. I got a few degrees, but most of them are on my thermostat, on my thermometer gauge. All right, we used that can up. That's good. That's good enough right there, I think. We could get by with that. See Daisy out there. Daisy, Buddy. I see Buddy out there. Buddy's been hanging around with me a good bit. Hey, Buddy's getting to be my little yard dog. We go everywhere together. We ride on the golf cart. Oh, we just have big times. Big times with my little buddy Daisy. Buddy. All right. Ooh, ain't that ugly? Yes, indeed. Where'd you go, buddy? I saw you out here somewhere. Is it time for me to go get breakfast? It might be time for me to go get breakfast. Okay. We can do that. I find a place on my glove that don't have sticky stuff on it, and I can turn you off. Push the button right here. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, click.